Hello friends, I am Dr. Madhukar Jadhav. In this lecture, we are going to study regarding advantages and disadvantages of membrane bioreactor. Then we are going to study regarding MBR, moving bed bioreactor, MBBR, moving bed biofilm reactor, and FMBR, that is fluidized membrane bioreactor. So we are going to study these one by one. So starting with the advantages of membrane bioreactor. So advantages, first advantage is it is compact in design, means size required is less. Second one, high quality effluent means BOD removal efficiency is more. High volumetric loading is possible. Next advantage, secondary clarified and tertiary filtration process are totally eliminated. And the last advantage, it can be possible to convert existing activated sludge process to directly membrane bioreactor. So these are the different advantages. Next, disadvantages, aeration limitation is there. Next disadvantage, high operation and capital cost. Third disadvantage, membrane complexity and fouling or clogging may be possible. May need equalization or highly variable flow, means equalization tank is required when highly variable flow comes to this MBR reactor, and it is energy intensive, means more energy is required for working of this MBR reactor. Now we are going to study regarding moving bed bioreactor, that is MBBR. This moving bed bioreactor is a combination of conventional biological treatment method, usually activated sludge plant, and biofilter process, that is activated sludge plant and the attached growth plant, that is trickling filter. MBBR technology employs particle polyethylene on which bacteria grows, developing a biofilm are the free moving particles which reduce the impurities, and therefore sludge mass stabilized sludge is removed in a tank after sedimentation or settlement. This MBBR process utilizes inert media as a biofilm carrier operating in mixed motion. The media provides increased surface area for the microorganisms to attach and grow, and whole tank volume is used for the growth. The carriers are usually made up of material with a high density, close to the density of water, that is 1 gram per centimeter cube, such as high density polyethylene having density of about 0.95 grams per centimeter cube. So these are the carriers which are made like this. So inside there is a hollow, so more space is available for biofilm reactor. So these are the different shapes which are available for the carriers. Next one. So these carriers are filled in this, we can say, MBBR reactor. The high density population of the bacteria that achieves high rate biodegradation within the system while also offering a process reliability. There is no need to maintain food to microorganism ratio, as there is a self maintenance of an optimal level of productive biofilm due to the carriers which are moving from bottom to the top. Therefore, a constantly operating MBBR does not require backwashing or return sludge flow. The carriers are mixed in the tank by the aeration or by mixing system. Agitation continuously moves the carrier element over the surface of the screen, thus preventing clogging of the bioreactor. To prevent the carriers from escaping from the MBBR reactor, a sieve on the outlet of the tank is usually provided. Better the contact between the substrate in the influent wastewater and the biofilm on the carrier, the better is the performance of the system, or better is the efficiency of the removal of organic matter. So, this is the MBBR reactor in which wastewater is fed through this pipe. So, first of all, the wastewater is properly mixed like this, and then it comes to this MBBR reactor in which carriers are suspended like this. Then air is given by the bottom air diffusers, and then with a certain detention period, the treatment of organic matter takes place, and then the wastewater is taken out through this outlet. Now here, to avoid the entry of the carriers, here the mesh is provided in the pipe so that carrier will not move the outlet tank and they are remain in the MBBR reactor. Next, advantages of MBBR. Advantages: low power consumption. The power requirement is somewhat lesser. Upgradation and mobility can be possible in this MBBR reactors. Flexibility to adopt fluctuating hydraulic and organic loading. So, if loading is flexible or changes, it can be adopted by this MBBR reactor. And there is a aesthetics, means no nuisance, or we can say bad odor. Disadvantages: change of media after some time is required, and this is somewhat complicated. A small odor powder problem is there, and higher running cost, because we require the carriers to be replaced after some time, and hence the running cost or maintenance cost is more. So, this is all about MBBR. Next one is the fluidized membrane bioreactor, that is FMBR. A fluidized membrane bioreactor comprising a bioreactor including biochemically active microorganisms, fluidized particles which is a support media to be attached by the microorganisms, and membrane which permits the treated water to pass through excluding the microorganism, wherein the fluidized particles are in direct contact with the membrane. Means in FMBR, microorganisms are available, then the support media to the microorganisms are available, and fluidized particles are also available in the FMBR. The membranes are installed internally or externally to the reactor. The particles may be granular activated carbon or other suitable media. So, whatever the we can say fluidized bed which we are using, it may be a granular activated carbon or other suitable material can be used. The fluidized particle serves not only as a support media for microorganism, but also as a medium for sorption or otherwise retention of matter that can cause membrane fouling, and as an absorptive material for cleaning the membrane surface. So, whatever the fluidized particles are there, they can be act as an attached growth process in which a microorganism may be get attached. At the same time, sorption mechanism may take place in this fluidized bed. FMBR consists of fluidized bed of about 0.4 to 0.5 mm in size and sand or activated carbon as a fluidized medium. The wastewater is fed in upward direction with a velocity of 30 to 36 meter per hour. Sand or activated carbon act as a fluidized particles, which is a support media to the microorganism and the membrane that permits treated water to pass but not the microorganism. The fluidized particles come into direct contact with the membrane. The membrane may be of different types such as hollow tube membrane, tubular membrane or flat sheet membrane. So, this is the cylindrical tank of FMBR, in which from the bottom there are distributors through which the influent is applied to the fluidized bed medium. So, this is the depth of fluidized material in which the membrane may also be fixed or placed, and after treatment the treated wastewater is taken out like this, and depending upon the requirement some quantity may be recirculated like this. Next one, the FMBR can be used in two different modes, one in which membrane are placed within the biological reactor itself and the other in which membrane filtration is carried out in separate tank followed by the biological treatment system. Means in fluidized bed whatever the membrane is there, it may be placed within the biological reactor or sometimes a separate tank is there and in which there is a membrane and here only the fluidized media. The advantage of this system is improved retention of biomass, reduction in membrane clogging by sorption and scoring action of the fluidized particles in reactor which are in direct contact with the membrane. So, these are the advantages of this FMBR. So, this is sufficient in this lecture. Thank you.